Tune into the Green and Growing program on Eagle Community Television with Holly Dickman, Ellis County Horticulture Agent. Holly will identify common lawn and garden issues and provide up-to-date information weekdays at noon and 9 p.m. on Channel 14. Green and Growing. Brought to you by Eagle Community Television and Riedel's Garden Center, a full-service garden center west of Hayes on Highway 40 next to the Bickle-Schmidt Sports Complex.
Well, if you spend any time outdoors here in recent weeks, you may have noticed a great number of grasshoppers. I know I certainly have. Mowing my grass, my buffalo grass at home, they are hopping everywhere. It seems to be thousands of them. And so I know that I will be getting more and more phone calls, and I'm already starting to get a lot of phone calls about this pest. And if you've gardened for long, you know that grasshoppers can do a lot of damage to just about any type of plant, including your shrubs, your flowers, your vegetable plants, and certainly your turf grass, although maybe not as noticeable in turf. There are many different things that you can use to treat grasshoppers. However, you want to try to catch them when they are small. And so if you're out walking around and you notice that they're all about this size, as I have this one in my hand, then you have probably a good chance of getting some control on those grasshoppers. If you go out and they're already over an inch or more long, they're probably going to be a little bit harder to control, like this one is that keeps trying to get away from me. Like I mentioned, there's several different things on the market. If you're treating vegetable plants, you need to be cautious about what you use. Make sure it's labeled for vegetable plants. If you're treating shrubs and flowers, your options may be a little bit more effective as far as using acephate or orthene, some of those types of things that actually get into the leaf of the plant and can be a little longer residual, but those are unfortunately not labeled for vegetable plants, so you need to be careful about what you use. Look for grasshoppers on the label. Like I mentioned, you want to go out and spray when they're small if you can, and sometimes we spray and then we think, well, that wasn't effective or it didn't work. And really it probably did work. You probably did kill the ones that were there, but as we know, those grasshoppers like to hop and move around, and so new ones will simply move into the area after those old ones have died. And so you have to keep on it. You have to be persistent if you really want to get good control. Like I mentioned earlier, once they get some size on them, they're almost impossible to control. They have harder bodies and they're just not as prone to insecticide as those young soft-bodied grasshoppers are. Now, another thing that I get questions about is organic control on grasshoppers. Unfortunately, your options are pretty limited. There are some baits out there like grasshopper stopper or hopper stopper, Nolo baits, things like that. But in a garden type situation or in a landscape situation, it may not be as effective. If you have a large acreage, that's where some of those types of products could be effective over the long run. If you have questions about grasshoppers or other types of critters hopping around or crawling in your lawn or garden, go ahead and give the Extension Office a call for more information. Reporting for K-State Research and Extension, Eagle TV, I'm Holly Dickman, Ellis County Horticulture Extension Agent.
Tune into the Green and Growing program on Eagle Community Television with Holly Dickman, Ellis County Horticulture Agent. Holly will identify common lawn and garden issues and provide up-to-date information weekdays at noon and 9 p.m. on Channel 14. Green and Growing. Brought to you by Eagle Community Television and Riedel's Garden Center, a full-service garden center west of Hayes on Highway 40 next to the Bickle-Schmidt Sports Complex.